Headlines, they say, are the basis for reactions and counter-reactions. And as stories unfold, we track them on this dial, Dominion Television. It is time to take newspaper headlines and analysis. And there are quite a number of major stories on the pages of the newspaper this morning. And when you talk about diplomacy, Tinubu placed the Remi card on Trump, Christian pastor soft power. It's a very big story on This Day Live this morning and so many other newspapers, including the Nation newspaper. But I won't be doing this alone this morning. I have Afolami with me in the studio, a public affairs analyst, with whom will be making sense of headlines on the pages of the newspaper this morning. Good to have you in the studio.
Good to be here too.
All right, there is an important headline, okay? Aside from security challenges you have had in Nigeria, because this is still going back to insecurity and so many other things. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been touted to be one of the most technically versed when it comes to politics. And when it comes to diplomacy, he knows exactly what kind of card to play. Yesterday, the American people were having a prayer session, and Donald Trump was there, and then Remi Tinubu was in the audience. And she was recognized, perfectly. Powerfully. All right? And some people are saying that was top diplomacy from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Are you of the same school of thought?
Yes, I am, because I know Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be one of the topmost politicians in Nigeria as of today, in areas of knowledge, wide understanding, wide experience. He has once been a senator in 1992. He was there. He was there as the governor of Lagos State twice. He has been the Bale and the Baba Saleh of the Lagos governors ever since when he left the government house in 2007, and he has always been ruling, he has always been dictating, he has always been directing. He was opportune to also form parties that have won election across the Southwest region. And when it comes to merger, you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu being called upon to come in, and he knows how to play his game. I was very happy and not very surprised when I had the presence of Remi Tinubu, the wife of the president, be announced by Donald Trump himself, to show a recognition, a powerful delegate from Nigeria attending that, breakfast prayer at the government house. It's a way to play a card that Nigeria is not all Muslim that people may have thought about. When you have a president that is a Muslim, the wife
is a Christian,
a pastor. And he tells you that this one is not even the one you call that dictate at the inner room alone. It's something to applaud the president for.
That was a very big move. Now, taking it back to insecurity in Nigeria. Yesterday there was an attack in Kwara State and some part of Katsina too. It was a gory sight. And as of this morning, terrorists killed Kwara villagers for refusing strange belief. And the Kwara State government also made some statement about the fact that they are still burying the dead as we speak. Quite a number of them. Huge numbers.
I tell you.
Now, was that a card played at the right time? Especially when there would have been a comment from the White House on killings in Nigeria?
That was a very wrong direction when it comes to what is happening back home in Nigeria. As at the time the president is trying to make a diplomatic balance, he's trying to tell the world that we are doing something. We are not just sitting down, we are not just folding our hands. We are looking at every angle and seeing that Nigeria is moving forward. Why that prayer was going on, why people in the world was looking at Nigeria coming up to have a kind of robust understanding of what should be of a nation. A nation is where you might even have different languages, different religious beliefs, but understanding and the ability to live with one another without any interference or without any stress. And that is why it was not a very good one when you talk about what we get from Kwara State. It was very sad because that is a place where it shows that this bandit crisis is moving closer to us here. Like I said before we started this program, if you are not careful, when you move out from Kara, then you are talking about going to Shogbo. And when you get out of Shogbo, you are moving to Oyo. Then where we are in Ibadan, if you want to say we are safe, how safe are we? How prepared is our government? How ready, how equipped are our security outfit? The Amotekun that we so much believe in, the police officers that we believe that are being funded by the federal government, how equipped are they? How quick to response are they? Because when you listen into that program, to that news that broke up, it told us that they
operated for hours.
They operated for hours, and it was until they left before police officers or army people comes on board. And you ask the government, don't you have a lot of these people coming on board? Were there any signals that tells you that?
Where's the role of credible intel?
That is it. That is it. And when times like that started happening, especially in Kwara, people started deserting the area and started falling down to the south to the areas that are believing to be safe, like Ibadan, like Oyo, like Lagos. And you see people becoming jam-packed. People, the fear to live in the rural area started setting in, and people started thinking otherwise because our security outfit and it's not equipped enough. Our insecurity is becoming higher than what we should have in the balancing.
Okay, very quickly before we leave that topic, have you been to Mokola lately? Have you been to Sabo?
My brother.
Have you been to Daybreak? There's a particular place at Daybreak, opposite a very big mall.
My brother. I was in Mokola just this week. I've been always in Mokola. I was taking a bike. Is
it that we are that accommodating in the south, or we are risking the security architecture of the state?
I don't know. I have asked this question times that number. I'm yet to get the good answer to it, because what I'm seeing right now, even not only in Mokola area, in areas like Iwo Road, in areas like Mobi, in areas like Akpata, in some areas that you can, they are everywhere, and they are the one taking care of our motorcycle. You know, they even use us to know the road. They just tell you where you're going. When you mention it, they pick you up until you turn to this left, turn to this right, go straight, and you be the one to show them your area. And the next thing they will ask you is, how much are you paying? And you it's 300 naira now. The next person you will be picking, then start charging that. They are very closer to us, and I don't know how accommodating we are to this much to have allowed a spy to come into us to the point that if anything broke up here in Ibadan, my brother, we are not safe. That is the truth.
Some say they are already activating their sleeper cells, or they are installing their sleeper cells in the south.
Well, if that is true, what are we installing to counter such kind of cells? What are we installing to mobilize our people, to be red alert, to be aware of our environment, to take charge of our communities, to equip our own soldiers that we call the Amotekun, to have a kind of communication that in case anything happens, this is the first number you call, and these numbers, there will be response almost immediately. These are what we need to start doing now. Our government and our politicians should leave jamboree for now, should focus on the well-being of the people, that they felt and they know that they want to govern. If not, they may not have anybody to govern when the election actually come around. All
right, it's a fine place to leave that particular topic, but then let's head straight to the Nation newspaper this morning, and there's a particular headline there at the upper third of the newspaper: INEC obeys court order on PDP leadership. Weakest group gets the nod. Yesterday, there was a stakeholders meeting with INEC, and the PDP pro-Wike faction
was recognized.
They were recognized.
Yes.
The chairman was sitting on the chairman's seat, and the secretary was where he should be, and everything went on well, the way it should be, just like a normal Congress would be. But there was a reaction at home in your state.
Yes.
Some people were loyal to the Wike faction, especially people who got nominated by Chief Azim Bolarumi into this administration. They were sacked, especially in the North local government.
Yes.
They were told to go.
Yes.
Resignation letters were not accepted, but sack letters were dished out. Now, what does that say for PDP across the country? Because these people will eventually, they will align totally with where they are coming from.
You see, the evil that is befalling PDP right now, we are being caused by the party itself. Go back to the history. PDP allow opposition to travel to this point. If PDP has worked like APC is working ever since they get their party into power, no party will leave. No party will leave. PDP, even because because of their selfish interests, they ruin their own party. You remember the the G5 governors who work against their own presidential candidates and move to the oppositional party and make sure that party never won the election, and put up a kind of scenario where the country believes that we are in danger, and if this election is not announced in favor of the opposition, then we may not have Nigeria again. And here we are now. Here we are after 8 years of such kind of government. They too, who have moved from that party, crumble the party, enter into the opposition, has already left the party too. And that is what we are having. I have said it on this platform that PDP has come to die. Take it from me. I'm not giving, there is no apology.
That's a very bold statement.
There is no apology for this. Because this party, I know, are bent on killing the party so that they don't have a strong opposition to stop them.
So who's killing the party?
It is the party itself that has killed the party from the beginning.
How do you kill your own party when you stand a chance of winning an election?
Where is Rotimi Amaechi today? Where is Bukola Saraki today? Where is Atiku today? Where are the guys that move away from the... Where is Tambuwa today? Remember Tambuwa got ticket as the speaker under PDP. You know? And it was because he was being influenced by an opposition because they felt that they don't want a woman there as a speaker. And you did that, even though your party already have a plan. You allowed that to operate. So when you talk about party ideology, those who felt that they want to claim power, they want to remain in government, are the ones that have felt. See, when you look at the history of the ACN to from the ADACN to what we have as what do we call their party now, APC. You know, you understand that these are people who grow gradually to watch their opposition, to see their loopholes, to measure what they have as strength, to work on their SOT, their SWOT analysis, and kill them. At the last election, those who were used to kill the party, we are a member of the party now, Wike and our sitting governor of your state. Imagine if you are putting your money as a rep, as a senator, vying for your party, and the person who is your party leader is working for the opposition, and eventually you lost.
None of them came out openly to say we are working with this person, but it might have shown through their body language.
This is it now. When the presidential candidate came to Oyo State to campaign, the sitting governor was not there. You see, when you talk about party, it is everybody's.
It could be out of the country. It could be busy doing something else. You don't necessarily have to be at campaigns.
You are supposed to. There is party loyalty. You must be strictly loyal to your party. See, don't let us beat around it. And that is what is causing the problem. Imagine even the factional group that is in the party is already having members in the state, and they've announced their members, and we know them. They are not hidden. There are people that have worked with this party before. When the letters was going viral yesterday, I read it from Ibadan North saying that all nominees, this person has been relieved of his appointment. And he's no more. He shouldn't parade himself again as the officer of that local government. That is one that we have seen. What about other local governments? What about other ministries? What about other agencies? That guys like that will have been hoping that they have secured a particular job and they are going to be loyal. And suddenly, because of this drama, everybody is going back home. And that is where you will see the beginning. It shows right now that the crisis in PDP has just begun. And that was why I said to you that when we said Adeleke of Osun State has taken a decision to move into accord, he has taken the best decision so far. And that decision is to safeguard himself and all his party members. And that is where you can say that yes, Adeleke is going to win this election if he contests under this party. If he has waited on PDP, this is what will happen to him.
All right, it's a fine place to leave that one. But then, let me take your opinion on a particular statement made by the Minister of FCC, former Governor of Rivers State in Nyesom Wike, when he was having a party meeting with the chairman and the secretary, even before they went to the INEC office. I think that was the day before yesterday. He's particularly interested in Oyo State. I mean, what does that say about Oyo as a state?
Oyo is a pace setter for politics. Even in the old Western Oyo, Western region of Nigeria, Oyo is a place where you don't toil with. Oyo has brilliant and intelligent politicians. Oyo is a place where we determine what will happen in all other states, especially neighboring states like Ogun, like Osun, Ekiti, and the likes. Oyo is a place where you see things deciding, taking decisions. People come from outside the country, outside your state, to sit here to take decisions. Even in the days of our late guru, this is the seat. This is where it happens. This is where politics is being taking place. This is where you need to know that. But you know, Wike is after the government. I am still asking where he will be after the Tinubu administration.
All right, thank you, Folami, on that one. There are quite a number of interesting headlines that we can all take on this show this morning. There is one on Daily Sun, outrage at Senate rejection of electronic transmission of real results. CSOs that is civil society organizations, opposition, political parties blow out. It's APC's rigging plot. ADC alleges we didn't reject real-time electronic transmission of results. That's coming from senators. It's a topic we are going to discuss some other day. It's a very big one.
Very interesting.
Well, 2027 majority of senators want real-time results transmission. That's coming from Vanguard newspaper this morning. And also there is this particular one. Vanguard, soldiers came 10 hours after terrorists had killed scores. Village head. That's on page 5 of Vanguard.
That's very sad.
It's a very sad one.
Very sad.
But Afolabi, thank you for joining us on this segment.
Thank you very much for having me. It's good to be here again. Thank you, Domino Broadcast, for giving us the opportunity to be here. And thank you for the gift.
Well, okay, that's the management. Well, it's a fine place to leave newspaper headlines and analysis this morning. So thank you for linking up with us on this dial. Keep it locked on this dial, and of course, drop your comment on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, let's go on a quick break. When we return, it is time to take the big story with Anuluapo Ido.